Travis, it's me. Your next fight is arranged. You know what to do, yes? I've updated your map. Handle the rest yourself.
Whoa there, Ice Queen. What's with the harsh treatment?
I do not have
Time to waste on 25th rank scrubs like you.
Take a hit! You impotent dipshit!
I like her better when she's horny.
Alright, so, hey guys, welcome back to No More Heroes 2. I don't really have anything to talk about this early in the part. I'm choking. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. I failed you all. Hey, I decided to put my hoodie back on because I'm not digging the whole, just a no jacket thing. It's not Travis if he doesn't have a jacket. And, yeah, this time we have, one very annoying boss and two very annoying stages. So it's gonna be quite a treat for you.
Supernatural gateways in Center Destroy. Have you heard about them? They're called Akashic Points and lead to different planes of existence. Like a sacred forest inhabited by not only the living, but something else in between. I read about it online, and I laughed it off. Lost souls who escaped death through deals with the devil and live on in hideous forms. You don't believe me? Oh, you can believe what you want.
Right, so this upcoming level is the first introduction of the Akashic Points. There are 3 locations around Santa Destroy, and they're the locations of 3 ranking fights. In fact, both of the boss fights we're going to be covering in this part take place at Akashic Points, but the 3rd Akashic Point isn't addressed until later in the game. So, this level is something. You remember those big fat guys that debuted in the last level? They're back, and they have chainsaws, and they're annoying as hell because they have a shit ton of HP, even as strong as I am. Their chainsaw attack, basically, it's a slash and then a thrust, and if you walk into the thrust, you'll still take damage. In fact, I think several points of damage, I'm not sure. And we also have these, these, like, ninja wannabes. But this level has a shit ton of the fat guys. Some of them have axes, but several of them have chainsaws. And if you don't like the ones with chainsaws, you better get used to it, because some levels later in the game really like to put a lot of them. And in fact, sometimes there'll just be entire waves of enemies that are just them. You're seeing this, right? This is sped up, and it took forever. They block a lot. So, you know, there's gonna be some speeding up in this level, because fuck that noise. I didn't want to use my power up because, you know, I got that length right now. And, you know, that helps me take care of them from far away, so I don't have to get in and get fucked up. Their voices also bother me a lot. They all have the same voice, and it's equally creepy each time I hear one of them speak. Hustled some cash, as always. I don't know why I didn't charge my katana, but, you know, whatever. I'm free to do what I want. I'm a grown man. Nobody tells me how to play this game. I tell me how to play this game. This song, NMH The Outer Rim remix, I like it quite a bit. You know, I don't use charge slashes all that often in this game, compared to No More Heroes 1, where it was like, I used them a lot. Oh hey look, triple bar. It would suck if the next checkpoint opened up. Yeah. At least I got to kill one enemy. He transforms into a tiger and he starts one-shotting things. I didn't include the music caption because there is a point later in the game where I use it to its full effect and it's glorious. But I mean, that was a taste. It's really cool, but unfortunately it drained my goddamn sword length, which is sad. It drained my sword length. Anyway, yeah, this level, it's just, why? Oh, hey, look, that's convenient. I think I end up somehow accidentally wasting my ecstasy gauge again before I get to fight the boss, which is a bit heartbreaking. But this is the final area. It just has a shit ton of fat guys, as I've said before. Which I guess is kind of fitting once you see the boss, which we'll get to, you know, when we get to him. Something, I don't know. But, yeah, you see why I speed up the levels a lot, because they get really repetitive. Yeah, there we go. Like that stupid mistake I kept making where it would be like, I'm charging my sword, and then I accidentally press minus. But then, it's like, if I tap minus lightly, then it'll activate. But when so there are times in the game where I'll actively be trying to activate it, and I'll be mashing minus and it won't activate. So, I don't know how it works, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, just opening these chests. And this level's really dark. And I think I paused here. That's right, I did. I like how there's a bathroom everywhere Travis goes. It just seems really convenient. Right, about to head into this boss fight, got that full health, got that max battery, and got that empty ecstasy gauge. God damn it.
Psychotic fucker. Time for a little pro bono ghost bustin'.
Right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Matt Helms. And he is one of my most hated bosses in this game, for several reasons. First, in this playthrough, he is the first thing to have killed me. Second, his arena is cramped as shit, which gives you very little room, meaning that when he throws Molotov cocktails, he can combo you like that. He can also do it repeatedly over and over. See, his pattern seems to be really random. Other bosses in the game have at least, like, you know, discernible patterns. He's just random as shit. Because he could start the fight by doing slashes, or he could do Molotov cocktails and then slashes, or he could just do Molotov cocktails like he's doing here, which is something that he has never done in any fight that I've ever fought him in. Like, he just wouldn't stop for fucking cocktails. Fittingly for a man or man-child of such girth, he has the most HP. No, I'm not sure about the most, because final boss. But he has a lot of HP, like more than any of the other bosses except maybe the rank 1. In addition, he's incredibly strong. When he slams his axe into the ground, if you don't roll, then it's going to, like, kind of stun you in place for a second. No, not a second, because it's way more than a second, and it pisses me off every time it happens. And it leaves you vulnerable. Anyway, you could always do that to avoid the Molotov cocktails, unless he suddenly moves for no reason. I just really don't like this boss, because it's cramped as hell. His music gets reused for another boss later in the game, and it's, like, lazy. And it's like, why does this... I don't understand. So, I get my full ecstasy gauge. I believe I wait until the first third of his health to be gone. You know, when I get the first arrow to appear. Because I don't... When you're in that mode, and when you're using that special attack against a boss, I really wish I knew what its name was, so I could stop calling it that attack or that power-up. But, yeah, this one. I thought I waited, but, when you get to a checkpoint in the boss's health and you get the, option to, do a slash in a direction, once you do that slash, it'll automatically take you out of the mode, which is annoying. But as you see, he just took the whole thing and barely phased him. Like, he lost a couple more squares of health, but... So yeah, this boss is just annoying. Using wrestling moves on him is funny because Travis struggles because he's so fucking huge. And I mean, I'm not really creeped out by games, but this boss was not enjoyable the first time I was playing the game. Just because the whole... Oh, Jesus Christ, I hate that shit. Just because the whole... It's a little kid's voice inside, like, this huge man body with, like, a weird like, anime mask. And... no, just stop. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this boss. Oh yeah, his flamethrower move. On bitter, it'll do, like, way more damage than any attack ever should. It's quite annoying. But, I don't know. We'll find something to talk about. So how was your guys' day today? Mine was alright. I just kinda did nothing. But, you know, chilled and stuff. So, fuck, I'm choking. I can't think of anything to say. Oh, hey, look, weapon clash. Man, this guy just really has a fuck ton of health. Like, come on. Like, I know it's bitter, and I think bosses have increased health on bitter, because at least that's how it was in No More Heroes 1. But I have the strongest sword and max strength. Like, it's just not fair at this point. Alright, like, a little over 30 more seconds. And he'll like, alright, soon, like 30 more seconds, guys, I promise. And yes, it really is taking that long to deplete that last square of his health. I swear to God, that last square represents more health than any of the other squares. Alright, there we go. It was less than 30 seconds. I was wrong. I was looking at the wrong point of the timeline. This killing cutscene is not as satisfying as I would have liked it to be.
Full power.
I mean, you blow up his head, but I would have liked to just, like, vivisect him or something. But, you know, whatever.
Well, that was gross. What? What's a kid doing here?
I'm gonna kill you.
What's that?
This is the problem with fighting the supernatural. You cannot kill someone who's already dead.
Already dead? Okay. Are you on the pipe?
Such a horrible past. 30 years ago, that child was abandoned, left to die in this house. As the story goes, he made a pact with the devil with his final breath. Revived through the dark arts, the child murdered his parents and now rules this forest, feeding on suffering and hate.
All assassins have fucked up somehow, or we wouldn't be in this profession. Nothing surprises me anymore.
Now you are ranked 24th. Still a ways to go until the top. You are not getting tired?
Huh. I haven't even broken a sweat. Why don't you bring me a real challenge?
You've got it.
And fuck that little kid. Dick face. So, that makes us rank 24. Because, you know, we were ranked 25 before. And then we killed this guy, so now we're ranked 24. Because that's how the game works. Look, I'm sorry, okay, I can't always provide quality commentary. This is my first experience doing an entire playthrough post-com, and I'm having difficulties always keeping the subject of conversation relevant. But, you know, titty sprinkles.
I told you last time about the gateways, remember? The second Akashic Point leads to an even stranger place. A prison floating on the sea, shut down long ago. In daylight, it's only ruins. But when night falls, you can hear a woman's tragic scream. A cry so chilling that birds go mad, caking the ocean surface with their dead bodies, drowning themselves to escape her cry. Not all of the island's prisoners have been moved. You don't have to believe me. You can believe what you want.
Travis, it's me. I have set up your next battle. Check out the map and go when you please. Oh, and by the way, until you crack the top 10, you are responsible for all travel expenses. The association can pay for everyone with the price of gas and all. You got it?
Hold up, I'm shelling out all this cash and you can't spring for bus fare?
I'm busy. Got to go.
Don't hang up on me. Oh.
Huh, man. Did you think that last level was annoying? Because this one is about 60,000 times worse. Mostly because it has one of my least favorite features in any video game, and that is stealth. I really hate stealth. It's why I can't play Metal Gear Solid. I tried playing Metal Gear Solid 4 on stream many years ago, and it ended with me getting embarrassed because I can't do that shit. So, the Akashic Point here takes us to a prison island that we have to infiltrate. I don't know how it works, because even when I'm not seen by anyone, I still end up getting seen. Also, this song, NMH6955 mix, is not on the Desperate Struggle OST. It's on, like, the No More Heroes Dark Side OST, which is a song of remixes that don't really sound that much like the songs that they're remixes of, such as We Are Finally Cowboys, which is actually my favorite song in the game, bar none. It plays later on in the game for a boss fight, but we'll get to that later. Like, who saw me? I was behind a crate, and suddenly they all know I'm there. And then it's like, you know, you would think, like, okay, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get away from these enemies. They're not following me, so I don't know how they saw me. I'm gonna get over to this area over here, and I'm gonna be safe. And then somehow I'm underground, and they still know where I am. I come above ground, and where the hell am I supposed to hide? So then begins this bullshit. Just watch. They have nothing but gunmen, who are some of the most annoying enemies in the game. They're so annoying that they had their own icon on the map screen, slightly different from the normal enemy one, so that you can target them specifically when they show up. That might not be the actual reason, but it's what I use it for. Now, most games, when you get knocked down, you get a couple of seconds of invincibility, but not No More Heroes. So this is the first time I get to show off what I call the Desperate Struggle feature. It probably really is called the Desperate Struggle feature, but basically, when you die, it's not necessarily game over. If you shake the nunchuck and Wiimote vigorously, you can recover and stand up with a little bit more health. With a little bit of health. Usually enough to get one hit KO'd by the same thing that you were just fighting. Oh my god, like, most games, it's like, hey, get a couple of seconds of invincibility so you don't get fucked up. Not this game. At least they're, like, not so dickhole that they don't give you a health thing. And then begins this bullshit where you have a timer to kill a certain amount of enemies. I don't know what happens at the end of the timer. I don't really feel like finding out. So I'm fighting all these enemies, and they just won't stop coming. And I felt like this deserves the target test theme from Smash Bros. Brawl, because it sounds really whimsical. And I like to use it in place of, like, the Benny Hill music or whatever, because I don't want to get copyrighted. Not like I know if that song is copyrighted, but, look, it's just one of my things, okay? I usually develop insert songs that I really like to use in games, and this has become one of them. But, yeah, the enemies that have guns are by far the most annoying enemies in the game. Especially the ones that have machine guns. You can tell them apart from the other ones because they have red vests. Like, formal vests. And they're gay. We also, oh, I'm sorry, they're not gay. That's an insult to homosexuals. Homosexuals are wonderful people. They're just ass. That's what they are. At least I got a full ecstasy gauge from that. But, this level, it just starts with the stealth bullshit. It fucks you up. And then it gives you this. And then in the next room, there's just a bunch of enemies. But that's manageable, at least. I'm so pissed off about the stealth segment. Like, how? Please, someone tell me that there's a video online of someone actually getting through that without being seen, because I don't see how it's possible. Fucking game. And then, the No More Heroes 2 does not have the most comfortable dodging system. Coming out of, like, the Kingdom Hearts games, where dodging is, like, easy to pull off, and you know, you can dodge in pretty much any direction. In this game, I don't like how it works, because you dodge with the D-pad on the Wiimote, but you move with the analog stick on the nunchuck. But this is useful at times where you want to move forward but be able to roll backwards immediately, because you can just move forward with the analog, press down on the D-pad, and you roll backwards. However, in situations where you're surrounded and trying to get away, like in the last one, where the camera angle really isn't cooperating with you, it's not the best shit in the world. Having a single button for dodge that works in the direction that you point the nunchuck ultimately would have been better. But I mean, whatever, I don't know. Not to say that this is a bad game, because I still like the gameplay, but the gameplay is not perfect, and I'm going to call the game out on its bullshit when I see fit. Such as the stealth segment. And of course we have the customary bathroom. I would not use a bathroom on a floating prison island that I had to access through Portal. But I mean, hey, Travis Touchdown just doesn't give a fuck about anything.
So the damsel's in here. Chicks put out for their rescuers, right? I guess that's a no. You know, you're lucky I don't have a bondage kick. Well, damn. What was I thinking? She's definitely not a broad I'd want to hook up with.
Don't say that, handsome. Actually, you're just my type.
Thanks. But no thanks.
You'd be even more dashing if you were writhing in agony. Come closer to me.
Huh?
Show me your face twisted in pain.
My body!
And here we have Chloe Walsh. After such a fuckhead level, you would expect a really difficult boss, and you'd be wrong. She has the lowest HP of any boss in the game. You can see this because I landed about 5 disjointed hits on her and already took off 3 squares of life. She has a poison gas cloud, which poisons you temporarily. She has eye lasers. She has these things that she shoots on the ground that are annoying if you get hit by one. And she has like a shockwave kind of move. And that's about it. She also likes to run away a lot. But she's easy as hell. Like, seriously. It's pathetic. Now I know you can't see what just happened because of my shitty quality and because the fight is so dark, but she shoots these like black squiggly lines on the floor. Like, I wish I was making this up. And I don't know. It's I'll explain later on in the fight when I get hit by it. But when she poisons you, you start moving around really weirdly. And I was moving the Wiimote down, so I don't know what happened there. Alright, there we go. See, I didn't know that that could happen. I thought I get knocked down on the floor by that, I just stay on the floor, nothing bad happens. Unfortunately, that's not what happened.
Come close.
Also when you're poisoned, she'll do this, and you have a weapon clash to try to get her off you before she kills you. If she does manage to kiss you, it ends up taking you to 1 HP, I think, or at least it does a shit ton of damage. I believe. I'm not sure. But I have a feeling that that's the correct thing. But yeah, again, with that floor thing, it combos you and it takes off a shit ton of health because you get hit by like a bunch of them. But I guess to make up for being so easy, she has by far one of the most satisfying death blows in the game. Get fucked up.
What the fuck?
Travis!
Huh?
You are now ranked 23rd. Oh! No time for that! Hurry! You have to jump!
Gotcha! I'm there! Huh?
Oh! I just realized we are out of seats. Just swim back, okay?
Travis, it's me. I have set up the next ranked fight. Things are a little different this time around. Anyway, come to my office.
Don't build things up. Just tell me already.
Oh, get your dumb ass to my office now.
Gotcha.
Right, so next time we're gonna have the next ranking fight, which is, as Sylvia said, a little different from the norm, and we're also going to have another fight that is also different from the norm for this game. But anyway, that's the end of this part, so thank you all for watching, and see you next time.